do become easy to execute if one somehow or other simply remembers Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But if one does not remember him, even easy things become very difficult. To this, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I offer my respectful obeisances. All glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Prabhu and all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya.
Now, I shall give a synopsis of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's childhood pastime, who appeared as the son of Mother Sachi, exactly as Krishna appeared as the son of Mother Yashoda.
Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the childhood pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Lord Krishna himself. Although such pastimes appear exactly like those of an ordinary child, they should be understood as various pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
In his first childhood pastimes, the Lord turned upside down while lying on his bed, and thus he showed his parents the marks of his lotus feet.
When the Lord tried to walk in the small footprints, the specific marks of Lord Vishnu were visible, namely the flag, thunderbolt, conch shell, disc and fish.
Seeing all these marks, neither his father nor his mother could understand whose footprints they were. Thus, struck with wonder, they could not understand how those footprints could be possible in their home.
Jagannath Mishra said, "Certainly, child Krishna is with the Shaligram Shila. Taking his childhood form, he is playing within the room."
While Mother Shachi and Jagannath Mishra were talking, child Nimai woke up and began to cry, and Mother Shachi took him on her lap and allowed him to suck her breast.
While Mother Shachi was feeding the child from her breast, she saw on his lotus feet all the marks that were visible on the floor of the room, and she called for Jagannath Mishra. When Jagannath Mishra saw the wonderful marks on the sole of his son, he became very joyful and privately called for Nilambar Chakravarti.
When Nilambar Chakravarti saw those marks, he smilingly said, "Formerly, I ascertained all this by astrological calculation and noted it in writing. There are 32 bodily marks that symptomize a great personality, and I see all those marks on the body of this child. There are 32 bodily symptoms of a great personality. 5 of his body parts large, 5 fine, 7 reddish, 6 raised, 3 small, 3 broad, and 3 grey. This baby has all the symptoms of Lord Narayana on his palms and soles. He will be able to deliver all 3 words."
This child will preach the Vaishnava cult and deliver both his maternal and paternal families. I propose to perform a name-giving ceremony. We should observe a festival and call for the Brahmanas, as today is very auspicious. In the future, this child will protect and maintain all the world. For this reason, he is to be called Vishwambhara.
After hearing Nilambara Chakravarti's prediction, Shachi Mata and Jagannath Mishra observed the name-giving festival in great joy, inviting all the Brahmanas and their wives.
After some days, the Lord began to crawl on his knees, and he caused various wonderful things to be seen.
The Lord caused all the ladies to chant the holy names of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra on the plea of his crying. And while they chanted, the Lord would smile.
After some days, the Lord began to move his legs and walk. He mixed with other children and exhibited various sports. One day, while the Lord was enjoying his playful sports with the other little children, Mother Shachi brought a dish filled with fused rice and sweetmeats and asked the child to sit down and eat them.
But when she returned to her household duties, the child hid from his mother and began to eat dirt.
Seeing this, Mother Sachi hastily returned and exclaimed, "What is this? What is this? She snatched the dirt from the hands of the Lord and inquired why he was eating it. Crying, the child inquired from his mother, "Why are you angry? You have already given me dirt to eat. What is my fault? Few straws, sweet meats, and all other eatables are but transformations of dirt. This is dirt, that is dirt. Please consider what is the difference between them. This body is a transformation of dirt, and the eatables are also a transformation of dirt. Please reflect upon this. You are blaming me without any consideration. What can I say?" Astonished that the child was speaking Mayavada philosophy, Mother Shachi replied, "Who has taught you this philosophical speculation that justifies eating dirt?"
Replying to the Mayavada idea of the child philosopher, Mother Shachi said, "My dear boy, if we eat earth transformed into grain, our body is nourished and it becomes strong. But if we eat dirt in its crude state, the body becomes diseased instead of nourished and it is thus destroyed. In a water pot, which is a transformation of dirt, I can bring water very easily. But if I pour water on a lump of dirt, the lump would soak up the water and my labor would be useless."
The Lord replied to his mother, "Why did you conceal self-realization by not teaching me this practical philosophy in the beginning? Now that you can understand this philosophy, no more shall I eat dirt. Whenever I am hungry, I shall suck your breast and drink your breast milk."
After saying this, the Lord, smiling slightly, climbed on the lap of his mother and suckled her breast.
Thus, under various excuses, the Lord exhibited his opulences as much as possible in his childhood, and later, after exhibiting such opulences, he hid himself.
On one occasion, the Lord ate the food of a Brahmana guest 3 times, and later, in confidence, the Lord delivered that Brahmana from material engagement.
In his childhood, the Lord was taken away by 2 thieves outside his home. The Lord, however, got up on the shoulders of the thieves, and while they were thinking they were safely carrying away the child to rob his ornaments, the Lord misled them. And thus, instead of going to their own home, the thieves came back to the home of Jagannath Mishra.
Pretending to be sick, the Lord asked some food from the house of Hiranyajagadisha on the Ekadashi day.
As usual for small children, he learned to play with his playmates. He went to the houses of neighboring friends, stealing their eatables and eating them. Sometimes the children fought among themselves.
All the children lodged complaints with Shachi Mata about the lords fighting with them and stealing from the neighbors' houses. Therefore, sometimes she used to chastise or rebuke her son.
Shachi Mata said, "Why do you steal others' things? Why do you beat the other children? And why do you go inside others' houses? What do you not have in your own house?"
Thus rebuked by his mother, the Lord would go in anger to a room and break all the pots within it.
Then Shachi Mata would take her son on her lap and pacify him, and the Lord would be very much ashamed, admitting his faults.
Once, the child, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, chastised his mother with his soft hands, and his mother pretended to faint. Seeing this, the Lord began to cry.
The neighboring ladies told him, "Dear child, please bring a coconut from somewhere and then your mother will be cured."
He then went outside the house and immediately brought 2 coconuts. All the ladies were astonished to see such wonderful activities.
These are some of the sweet pastimes of Lord Chaitanya in his childhood. Hearing them is equal to drinking nectar to the ears.